Hey everyone, Mr. Diagnostic here. Today we're going to be checking the charging system on this 2012 Kia Optima. We're going to be using the FNIRSI DMC-100. This is a DC AC current voltage amp clamp meter. We're going to be testing both voltage and amperage at the same time. So when you turn on your device, it will automatically turn on, and we have a couple of settings here. This is for amperage. It's set up on AC. If we click this button, it says mode, switches to DC. If we go on the right side, we have voltage, both DC and AC. You have your typical resistance meter. You have continuity tester, diode tester, capacitance tester. It does reading in hertz, temperature, and there's other feature here that says live. We'll find out what that is later on. So today we're gonna be testing the charging system. So the first thing we're gonna do is check the state of the health of the battery. We're gonna set our meter in voltage DC. We're gonna put our leads to red lead to the positive, black lead to the negative side, and your meter automatically gives us a recording. This is a fully charged battery. You have 12.6 volts. That's your state of health of the battery. At 12.6, that means your battery is at 100% state of health. And we're gonna check the charging system too. So for the charging system, we're gonna measure not only voltage, charging voltage, but also amperage. Let's try first with the charging voltage. We're gonna start a car and see how alternator works. This is our charging voltage. We have 14.3 volts. We gotta look at manufacturer specifications. The manufacturer for this vehicle specifies that the minimum voltage should be around 13.5 to a maximum of 14.5. And when we turn on our accessories, headlights, high beams, AC, defroster, the voltage should maintain. It should not drop no more than 13.6, and we are steady at a 14.5. So let me go ahead and turn on all the accessories. I'm gonna turn on the AC, rear defroster, lower motor to its maximum speed, headlights, high beams. Right now we have a charging voltage that dropped to 12.7. You should have maintained above 13.6 for this car. But with all the loads, the alternator cannot keep up. So let's look at amperage too as well. To measure amperage, we're gonna hook up our amp clamp. And so we're still gonna be measuring the voltage. But here at the battery, we have 3 cables. One of those cables comes from the alternator. So for the alternator for this car is this cable. We looked at the service information to figure that out. Let's go ahead and clamp it. We currently have all the accessories off, and the alternator output is putting out 33 amps and 14.2 volts. So I'm going to be turning on accessories one at a time, and we should be able to see an increase in amperage. According to this manufacturer, the maximum output is 110 amps. So currently, this is just with the accessories off. We just ended running, so that's the amperage being used by your injectors, by coils, computers, instrument cluster. And so we're going to turn on accessories one at a time, and we're going to see if it keeps up the amperage. It should start to increase, but the voltage should not decrease. It should maintain. So I'm going to go inside and turn on the accessories. Turn on the AC, rear defroster, lower motor to its maximum speed, headlights, high beams. Now that we have all the accessories, we can see the maximum output voltage It's around 53, 59 amps. It's fluctuating a bit. Maximum we see 60 amps, but the voltage drop at 12.12. It should maintain at the 14. So when we have the accessories off, we do have enough voltage, charging voltage, but when you require more electrical demand from the alternator, the output of the alternator is not enough to keep up, because it should maintain or provide up to maximum of 110 amps. And so far it's supplying 63, but the voltage, the charging voltage is too low. And that's one of the reasons it's treating one of our codes. We have a code for this vehicle related to the charging system. So we have 63 amps or so. The charging voltage is way too low. For all the electrical demands, when you turn everything, it should maintain your voltage at least 13.6 for these manufacturers. The average of most are 14 to 14 and a half. But this charging system is too weak. So if I go and turn off my accessories, let's see what the reading we get. So with all the accessories off, we have 14 volts charging voltage. Amperage is still a little bit high. I believe I still have another accessory on. Let me go and turn everything off. All right, all the accessories are fully off. And with the accessories off, we have a good charging system. Amperage wise, that amperage right now increased because the radiator fan just kicked in, so that increases a small amount of amperage. But your alternator for this car is too weak. So with this tool, we can actually check both amperage and voltage at the same time. So with our FNIRSI tool, we were able to check the charging system voltage and output, that is your amperage. We were able to find out that the alternator cannot keep up with the electrical demand that we desire. So in this case, we have to replace the alternator, reset the turbo codes, clear them. So the alternator has been replaced, and we're measuring with all the accessories on around 67, sometimes goes up to 72 amps, and the charging voltage maintains at 13.9, 13.8 volts. So now we have a good charging system with all the electrical demand, and is within specifications. This manufacturer specifies 13.6 to 14.5. So we're at 14 volts. Charging systems within specifications. With this tool, we were able to check charging system voltage and charging system output, which is the amperage, two tests with one tool. Remember, don't guess, test. Like and subscribe, and I'll be uploading more diagnostic content.